All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today. Yeah, if you were here before, maybe you saw a panel that we did about unlocking opportunities, high-growth opportunities in the field of crypto. And this is precisely the idea that led us to create Beyond about a year ago. Basically, we saw this, and we still see very much to this day, this huge need to abstract complexity away from the average crypto user. Right now, you need to navigate a maze of different apps, technologies, and so on. It's a huge pain in the industry. And yeah, this is what led us to create Beyond as a way to move any cryptocurrency asset from point A to point B, regardless of any technicalities. Yeah, so let me just, if there's any crypto natives in the audience, as I see a few of them around there, you will know that we all love Bitcoin because of its huge role pioneering in the industry. It's truly spectacular growth over the past decade and a half, but Bitcoin has possibly the worst user experience as of today in the industry. It's really slow, and it requires you to be very aware and intimately familiar with a lot of intricacies like UTXO management and other alien-sounding words. But despite of this, Bitcoin today is the #1 cryptocurrency asset. I checked the stat this morning, and it's something like 1.5 trillion with T. So yeah, how does this 1.5 trillion of market value exist today, and why? When you look at it, you see a huge amount of fragmentation. Different types of founders and protocols and developers are doing different efforts to try and improve different aspects of the Bitcoin tech. It's the oldest one, again, so everyone's trying to improve scalability, programmability, use cases, and so on. And this is great. It's amazing to see. It's very exciting. Many of these efforts push the needle in the right direction, and yeah, it really augments and solves meaningful and big problems. But it also creates this ecosystem where, as a user, you maybe want to use a certain application, and you're kind of confined to this niche, to this specific space. And then if you want to use something else, you need to find some workarounds. You need to find ways to make it work. Sometimes it's just even plain impossible. So when you see the Bitcoin ecosystem today, you see something like this. 130, I think, layer 2s, rollups, and scalability solutions, hundreds of tokens, standards, meta protocols, wrappers, etc. And with Beyond, what we want to have, what we're building right now, is one single platform that, as a user, you just come to this website, and you have everything that you can possibly, and I mean everything that you can possibly want related to the Bitcoin ecosystem. As a developer, you just have one integration, and it's the same. Everything that has to do with Bitcoin. I think images and videos speak quite louder than words, so I just wanted to show a 1-minute visual, kind of conceptualizing the concept behind Beyond. It should have some sound. I don't know. Yeah. OK. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's just one simple integration or platform and everything that the Bitcoin ecosystem has to offer. In practice, what really makes Beyond unique compared to other scalability solutions we see mainly on other blockchains is this concept of three-directional bridging or three-directional interoperability. For the first time, we can see any token or stablecoin, like let's say USDT, existing inside of the Bitcoin blockchain itself, which is a pretty huge game changer for the Bitcoin ecosystem. Before, you've only had BTC and nothing else. Now you can have any token. Second, it also goes the other way. Any token that exists on Bitcoin can go to any other blockchain. And lastly, but not least, the different components of the Bitcoin ecosystem, layer 1, layer 2, standards, whatever it is, they can talk and connect with each other. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So why would we do this? Why is this important? Why would you want to connect and have all of these different components talk to each other? It's because each side of the equation represents a $1 trillion market that we're basically allowing for the first time, in the history of Bitcoin, to talk and move to each other, effectively unlocking two potentially $1 trillion markets with these three kinds of interoperability we've seen here. When we've been talking about beyond and how this has already existed in other blockchains and ecosystems for years now, I think 4 or 5 years in other, in all the other ecosystems, but not Bitcoin, they tend to get quite quickly on board, and it's kind of useful for everyone, from blockchains to apps, tokens, applications, whatever you have. And here's a little overview. I won't go into too much detail about it, but basically you have all kinds of founders, protocols, and so on, wanting usually a different slice of the Bitcoin cake, but since it's so huge, everyone kind of naturally has an interest in it. So happy to expand if any crypto natives would like after the talk. I wanted to bring 2 slides related to last week. I think a few of the speakers today were with me in the Binance Blockchain Week in Dubai, and we were there pitching why would Binance or BNB chain be interested in Bitcoin. And actually, we refined these slides after speaking with the Binance team. Right now, what we see is that they have something like 9 figures of liquidity in their chain, so basically a few hundred millions. And we believe that with an integration like Beyond and with the proper incentives to attract liquidity from Bitcoin, they really want to push to have billions or even potentially tens of billions in the long term. So this is just one practical example that we had over the past week. And maybe for the more natives, why would this happen? It's because right now they've only been able to attract BTC liquidity and nothing else. But right now you can attract all of the Bitcoin tokens that exist, runes, BRC20, LSTs, all of the wrappers, of course BTC itself, and so on. So again, this concept of everything that has to do with the Bitcoin ecosystem, not just BTC, being able to move anywhere. This is a little bit more explaining on how does this look on a day-to-day basis. You're going to have the apps offering different things to the users, like high yields, mature financial infrastructure, ecosystem, other users that can, or community that already exists. And why would the protocols offer this? Because everyone, like I said, is really interested in attracting the different cakes of slices of the cake in the Bitcoin ecosystem. There's a huge interest because of the limitations of Bitcoin, just to put it somewhere else where you can sort of plug and play and start using it with apps like, I don't know, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Aave, etc. This is a brief summary of the landscape of what I mentioned before, that other ecosystems have for years now had proper interoperability. It's really easy to move and talk between different components, but there's nothing like that on Bitcoin. So on the bottom half, you see the rest of the blockchains, Ethereum, Solana, BNB chain, and so on. On the top half, you see what's right now existing on Bitcoin. And last, I would like, as a closing remark, to highlight that last week, when we were in Dubai, we started raising funds. If there's any interested investor, feel free to approach me after the call. And thank you very much.